Hi Aries, welcome to your August reading. I hope that it resonates with you and thanks so much for tuning into my channel. So I think a lot of you Aries have been feeling some kind of a loss this month. You may have gone through, or it may have been towards the end of last month, you may have gone through a breakup or some kind of difficult situation. May have been involved in a third party situation, but I think you will be feeling this loss on a deep emotional level, and you must give yourself some time to process what's happened. This card represents hardship, but it's not all bad. I think the most difficult situations in our lives often teach us more about who we are and what we're capable of than the good ones. So just give yourself some space and some time to heal and learn all you can from this experience. If you need support, don't be afraid to reach out to people that love you. This is not how, for those of you that are coupled and that were having issues, this card doesn't necessarily mean the end of your relationship, but it does strongly indicate that there are some difficult issues that need to be addressed in order for the relationship to survive. So you may need to sit down with your partner and have an open and honest discussion about how you feel and respectively listen to each other. For some of you may have been feeling lonely or alienated, and you may still even at the beginning of this month, you may still be feeling the loss of your previous relationship and struggling to come to terms with your grief. You will need to deal with your grief in order to move on, and for whatever it was, I think for some of you, this card could represent a partner cheated, or there was a involvement in a third-party situation. I think some of you may have suffered a job loss, so try to make most of the free time that you have by doing things that you normally wouldn't have. For those of you that did lose their jobs, it's important to stay positive and realize that career is just one aspect of your life, and don't let any issues in that area overshadow the other areas in your life. And that also goes for romantic issues too. That is not the only area in your life, so focus on the other ones that are going well. I do see you stabilizing, Aries, so whatever you went through, I do see it stabilizing. I see that for those of you that had a kind of a tough time in their relationship, I see you moving towards a certain milestone. I think that ultimately you and your partner share the same values and goals, and you guys care about the commitment, so you've decided to move forward. For some of you, for those of you that are single, I think that have been single for a while and that have still been thinking about a past loss, I do see commitment coming your way and love and security. And for anyone that hasn't been working recently, I see you starting new projects in a group, and maybe some of you have a great teacher or a mentor that can help you along your career path as well. Whatever issues that you were facing, they're actually not as bad as you believe them to be, and there are solutions available, and you're realizing this month. You're realizing that you have solutions to whatever issue that you went through. So whether it was if it was an issue with a job, I think you're realizing, if you're unhappy in the job, you're realizing you have to put step forward to either get higher education or to start your own business or to apply for other work that's making you that makes you more fulfilled. So I think that you're realizing that, but so there are solutions available to you, but in order for you to fully be able to work on those solutions and commit to those solutions, you're going to have to relax and regroup and contemplate your situation in a calm way. So you need to leave aside, any of the fears or anxieties that you may be feeling, and you need to make a plan for the future. And you will be doing that this month, Aries, and as a result, you will be moving forward. Like, just some quality time away from the stress that you've been feeling, so that you can reconnect to yourself, and if you're in a relationship, to reconnect with your partner, and just plan out how you're going to deal with the stress going forward. I just think that some of you need to cope, and you just need some rest and relaxation, so you can just regroup and get yourself back on track. So whatever threw you off, I see it stabilizing, and I see you needing to rest and just regroup and think about yourself and think about what you really want. And be careful not to allow negative forces to hold you back from being the best version of yourself. Whatever you're experiencing, be careful. Get some rest, get some relaxation. Don't fall back on negative habits or dependencies or behaviors or certain negative thought patterns or certain relationships that are no longer serving you. So don't go back to it because you're feeling sad and lonely and isolated. Don't go back to these things. Take some time to contemplate, so you can move forward. I also think because some of you may be trapped between short-term pleasure or long-term pain. So you may be thinking that certain actions may be easier because it takes a shorter amount of time, and you're sacrificing that for longer term pain. But on the positive side, this card could indicate a powerful attachment between two people, but just be careful as to whether it's not always a healthy attachment. Sometimes it can be a little bit codependent. So just make sure you have the right boundaries in place this month. And just make sure you protect your own personal boundaries and other people's as well. But I do see you, if you don't focus on vices or go back to a toxic relationship, or if you don't go to things that are serving you and you are able to just rest and think about what you really want and heal, I do see you towards the end of the month, Aries, trying to better yourself. You're working hard and your hard work is paying off and you're reaching your goals, and you're seeing things to the end. So if you started a project and maybe you felt demotivated through this time to finish it, I see you taking that time to rest and having the time to finish a project. It could be a creative one. And for those of you that have been going through a rocky period in your relationship, I do see it stabilizing towards the end of the month. If the King of Pentacles can also represent a man who could be coming your way if you're single. So the man could be patient or dependable, stable, faithful. He may struggle with expressing his emotions, but at the end of the day, the way that he expresses his love is by providing and making the person feel secured for. So this person might be coming your way if you're single towards the end of the month. But this could also represent somebody that's just in your career, that's there to provide you with support or encouragement. For those of you that decided to start your own business, maybe this person's providing you some advice and guidance on how to do that. But I do see you thriving. I see you thriving in work matters and achieving a really high level of status towards the end of the month. Also, for those of you that are single, there seems to be real love and romance coming your way. If you're in a relationship, it could be becoming more committed and more deeper and more loving and affectionate. I think you're going to be enjoying your romance towards the end of the month. For those of you that are single, you may have romance with a new person who could be the King of Pentacles with the qualities that I just described. But also I think the Empress is a reminder to embrace your softer side this month. Allow yourself to explore the emotions that you're feeling and listen to your intuition. People are going to be drawn to you. And some people around your life, maybe your friends or your family, they're going to need your compassion, or potentially your partner. They're going to need your compassion this month and your empathy, and you're going to be there for them to provide that. For those of you that are looking to get pregnant, this is also a great pregnancy card, but I think you're going to be feeling very creative and towards the end of the month, and you're going to have a lot of energy, and you're going to be inspiring people with your passion. You're going to have a lot of new ideas, and some of you may actually be deciding to change your career, maybe go in a completely new direction. And actually, this card's a great omen for starting something in the creative side. So some of you may be moving to the creative aspect. So overall, Aries, I think that it's going to be a great month full of romance and creativity, a lot of socializing with your friends. You could be starting a new creative project, finishing things that you've started before. Try to remember to enjoy this month. Try and see the fun of things. Focus on your friends. Focus on your social circle. Be careful not to isolate yourself. You're going to be making some changes, maybe in career. You're going to be taking some time alone as well, needing some space, and you're going to be working with a group of people on a few creative projects. I see new career opportunities coming your way. It's really a great time also for those of you that have wanted to start your own business to put in the foundations of that, to lay the foundations of that new business. So I really hope, Aries, that this reading resonated with you, and if it did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again in mid-month. Take care.